Hayyakids. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم
وعليكم
السلام
السلام
ورحمة
ورحمة
الله
الله
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وبركاته.
كيف حالكم؟
الحمد لله.
الحمد لله.
Okay, so as we all know, today we have Anas. He's going to be doing story of Lut alayhi salam. But before he starts, I'm going to be telling the summary of what we did in last class. So last class we did story of Prophet Adam alayhi salam. They were done by Muhammad Musa. So the basic story was that Prophet Adam alayhi salam, he was the first human being created by Allah, and he was created from clay, and he was given life by Allah. So Allah then ordered the angels to go down to Adam alayhi salam, which they all did except for Shaitan, who refused, and then he was exiled to paradise because he didn't do sajda. After that, Adam alayhi salam and his wife Hawa radiallahu ta'ala anha, they were placed in paradise and were allowed to eat from all the trees except for one. So Allah warned them not to eat from one of those trees, but Shaitan whispered to them and made them eat from it. So when they did it, they were exiled from paradise and they were sent to live down on earth. So when they went to earth, they lived over there and they raised their children, and they were taught by Allah how to live on earth and how to worship Him, and they also had many children, and their descendants they spread throughout the earth, and from them we came. So the message I gave was don't be arrogant, and the message Muhammad gave, Muhammad Musa, he gave three messages. First one, never disobey Allah. Second one, always ask for forgiveness from Allah. And third one, always think before acting. The message Jan gave was always have a very strong faith so that Shaitan can trick you. How to apply this in life, don't fall for any Shaitan's or anybody else's tricks. Message Rahib gave, always be happy even while you're near death, just like Adam alayhi salam, while he was near death, he was happy. So how to apply this in our life? So whenever you're sad, you should remember Allah and the story of Adam alayhi salam. Message Muhammad Hassan gave was if you make a mistake, first accept it and then ask for forgiveness. Message Yusuf Anwar gave, he gave three messages, mashallah. First one, never be arrogant. Second one, always be humble. Third one, be careful of the whispers of Shaitan, don't let him misguide you. And fourth one, if you do a mistake, ask for forgiveness from Allah. And how to apply in life, that always be humble in any case. Message Muhammad Haider gave was never deny whatever Allah says. Message Isa gave was if Allah tells you not to do something, don't ever do it. Message Anas gave was he gave two messages. First one, never be arrogant and don't be jealous. To apply this in life, if somebody did something better than you, you should just say mashallah and don't be jealous. And last, Ayan, he told us that try to keep your jealousy and envy as small as you can. So don't do too much. You should keep it very small. Yeah. So now, Anas can start with the story.
Okay. Lut alayhi salam was a prophet and the nephew of Ibrahim alayhi salam. He was sent to guide the people of Palestine, including Sodom city and the 7 cities around it where the disbelievers would do very evil and bad stuff. The cities were near a trading route that everybody used, where robbers would rob, they're stealing in daylight. The Sodomites would cheat and do bad stuff that had never been done before. Lut alayhi salam tried to guide them, but they carried on sinning and chose to disobey Allah. Allah joined Adam and Hawa so they could make babies, but the Sodomites mocked Allah's way and hated to take a wife. Lut alayhi salam warned them to stop their shirk and leave all that was unclean. Leave that was all unclean. The disbelievers forced Lut to go, saying that the believers were too clean, and the Sodomites mocked Allah until Lut could not guide them anymore. Lut alayhi salam wanted to help stop the evil, but he was shocked at what he saw. He was the only good man left in the city of Sodom. Lut alayhi salam began to pray to Allah, saying, "O Allah, save me and my family from the evil things that these people do." One day, three strangers came to Lut alayhi salam's house. He warned them not to stay for too long, as the Sodomites were very evil. He hoped that the visitors would go away. Lut alayhi salam tried to protect them by taking them to his house. He didn't realize that they were angels, Jibreel, Mikael, and Israfil. Lut alayhi salam's wife saw the beautiful guests and told the people of Sodom that Lut alayhi salam had some very beautiful guests. Lut alayhi salam wished that he was stronger so he could stop the Sodomites from breaking his door. They tried to grab the guests. Lut alayhi salam urged them to marry a wife, but they mocked him, and the guests told Lut alayhi salam that they were angels from Allah, telling him not to fear. Angel Jibreel made the Sodomites blind in terror, and they ran away. Angel Jibreel too told Lut alayhi salam to leave Sodom, as its destruction was the very next day. And before dawn, Lut alayhi salam and his family left, but his wife stayed back. The angels warned him not to. The angels warned him to do not turn back, even for some sort of noise. By morning, the angels had lifted and smashed Sodom and its seven cities the so- upside down. The Sodomites screamed in fear as fire burned up their evil towns. Allah sent a rain of fiery brimstones falling in scorching layers. Each stone marked a death for a Sodomite. Lut alayhi salam's wife was a disbeliever. She did not listen, and she was melted by a brimstone. Sodom and its seven cities are now worth nothing, as they are under the Dead Sea and, and the lowest place on earth. Should I share my eyes now?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, so my ayahs are from Surah Araf. The first ayah is ayah 80, وإذ قال لوط وإذ ولوط إذ قال لقومه أتأتون الفحشاء ما سبقكم بها من أحدكم من عالمين. And remember when Lot scolded the men of his people, saying, do you commit a shameful deed that no man has ever done before? إنكم لتأتون الرجال شهوة من دون النساء بل أنتم قوم مسرفين. You lust after men instead of women. You are certainly transgressors. وما كان جواب قومه إلا أن قالوا أخرجكم من قريتكم إنهم الناس يتطهرون. And his people only but his people's only response was to say, expel them from your land. They are people who wish to remain chaste. فأخنا به وأهلي إلى أموته كانت من الغالبين. And we saved him and his family, except for his wife, who was one of the doomed. وأمطرنا عليهم أمطارا فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المجرمين. And we poured upon them rain of brimstone. See what was the end of the wicked. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Mashallah, Anas. Can you give your message?
my messages I have
Yeah.
two, that you should always preach Islam and you should never mock Allah.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Thank you. Now when you're ready, whoever's ready, they can just raise your hand. My message, what I got from this is don't follow your forefathers blindly. So just like the people over there, Solomons, they just believed what their forefathers had done before. So we shouldn't do that. We should only follow which is right, what is right. Next we have Muhammad Hassan.
I got three lessons from the story. The first one is that you should never mock people. The second one is that you should never forget Allah. And the third one is that you should never follow Iblis.
Yeah, that's true. You shouldn't follow Iblis. Next we have Ayan.
Yeah, my lesson that I got was you saw how the prophet's wife she lost his trust by telling the people of the city that the three strangers were in his house. So don't be treacherous and don't betray other people's trust. And just because she did that, she also got doomed and she got left in the city and she got destroyed.
Yeah, that's true. We shouldn't be treacherous. Always be truthful. Next we have Haida.
Whenever you host anybody, you should try protecting them instead of hurting them.
Yeah, if you have any guests, you should always protect them. They should be your priority. Next we have Isa.
Yes, I got two morals from the story. The first one is that always be faithful, and the second one is that you shouldn't like if there's people that are telling you to follow not to follow not Islam, then you shouldn't listen to them. You should always be like you should always not obey the Iblis. So
Yeah.
like this made all of those people do this silly stuff. So that's what.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Isa. Next we have Yusuf Anwar.
Yes, I had one lesson from the story. The lesson was that do not listen to the new rules set by people just to fulfill your desires. You should always listen to Allah's rules.
Yeah, only follow Allah rules, and I mean not only because like even countries that have their laws, you have to follow them, but don't follow laws that are only for your own desires. So thank you, Yusuf. Next we have Muhammad Nursab.
My first moral of the story is that you should not be stubborn. Second is that Allah will strictly punish you if you follow the path which Allah has forbidden. My third moral is that even if you are close to the Prophet, you belong to his family, and you are a disbeliever, you will be punished. And my fourth moral is that if you have someone who is not from your tribe or who's not from their tribe, such as if you are living in one country and someone from another country came and is telling you something good, you should listen to them. You should not be like, he's from another country, I won't listen to him.
Yes, thank you, Muhammad Nursab. Even you gave 4 messages. You and Yusuf are tied together. Let's see if anyone else can give 5. Zayan and Rahib, if any of you are ready.
Yeah, first me then here. The moral of the story is that you should not do such big sins like the people of Prophet Lut. Surely Allah will pay them, or if you do, then you, in a heavy punishment. And yeah, that's it. That's time for you.
Yeah.
From Lut alayhi salam's story, I learned that you should never make such obvious sins. Like even a disbeliever could tell you that that's kind of gross and stuff. Even a disbeliever could tell you so much.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Thank you, Rahib. Now if anybody wants to tell us how we can use this in our everyday life. Yeah, Zayan, Rahib.
So the way we can do it in our everyday life is that even if you do make a sin, you should always do good. But don't. But even if you accidentally do a sin, please be sure that it's not like huge sin. Please be sure that it's normal at least. But just try your best to never do a sin.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Rahib. Anas.
Yes. How we can use this in our life that we should always give good hospitality to our guests or any visitors we.
Yeah, if you have any guests, you should always be kind with them, and whatever you ask for, you should just do it. And your request to make. Next, Muhammad Hassan, you have your hand raised.
No, it's just I didn't
Oh,
know
okay.
my head. I forgot.
Okay. Muhammad Musab.
How we can apply this to our life is that if you are doing some wrong thing and a person who is from another background than you, a lower background than you, or another place, another country than you should still listen. or else you will be punished. Like Lut alayhi salam's people were punished because they did not listen to Lut alayhi salam, as Lut alayhi salam was not from their tribe.
Yes, that's true. Thank you, Muhammad Musab. Next we have Ayan.
Yeah, how you can apply this in your life is that many people they betray other people's trust. They tell them that they'll do something or they'll keep something for them, but they actually don't keep that promise, and yeah, they're treacherous in this way. They're traitors.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Ayan. If nobody else, then we'll just do the quiz, the one question thing. I'm just gonna send it, and then whoever can make it blue, because I don't know how to do that. Yeah. So don't click on it yet, and somebody's just gonna come and save us. Yeah. So Zian sent it. You can just go and click on it. Whoever's ready, they can raise their hand. Okay, we're waiting for
Whoever is
Ibrahim.
done, you can raise your hand. Whoever's in the quiz currently.
Yeah, thank you. We're just waiting for Muhammad Hassan.
I'm in.
Okay, so I'm just gonna activate now. So everybody can choose only 3 options, so please choose carefully. When you're done with your quiz, just raise your hand, okay? So when you're done, raise your hand. Everybody done?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna end it, I'm just gonna review it. So we had patience and tolerance. Yeah, we should be patient. We should have faith, strong belief, responsibility, kindness, not being hopeless, avoiding sin, not doing sin, loyalty to people, fulfilling commitments, and discipline. Yeah, that's true. Dignity and respect others, honesty, fair dealing. Yeah, humility, modesty, and purity, looking after health. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Okay. So, yeah. So today was our first class of week 4. We had Anas doing story of Lut alayhi salam. Now he's done. So next class we have Muhammad Hidayah with the story of Yunus alayhi salam. So you can start preparing. Muhammad Yusuf or Yusuf Kamran, I'm not sure he's gonna be doing since he hasn't been joining since the last 3 classes. So he might not be doing it, and I'll be doing instead of him. And yeah, and then next week, then we have Muhammad Hassan doing last class of story of Sulayman alayhi salam. So this is our schedule. We just have 3 classes left.
After these 3 classes, then what's gonna happen?
Yeah, after that, we're also planning something else after Eid, but we'll let you know later. But after that, we're just gonna have a break, relax, enjoy. Yeah. So thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next class. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. مع السلامة.
مع السلامة.
مع السلامة.